Okay, straight out of the gate, whatever is being shared here is just my public viewpoints, my own strength, hope and experience. Absolutely no medical advice. I'm not a neurologist or psychiatrist. I'm not a, how do you say it, a doctor or anybody that is a professional practitioner. But let's talk about something that is really apparent at this moment, and that is the brain deterioration, and specifically about the human nervous system, and that the human nervous system is in big decline at the moment. So I would love to title this video The Silent Architect of the Brain, because there is a silent architect of the brain, and that is called myelin. Myelin, when degeneration of myelin occurs, you will definitely be in a state that you're slowly but surely dying, with all kinds of diseases and side effects. So the silent architect of the brain, myelin, degeneration and recovery in an era of nutritional confusion, as well as all kinds of wars, pandemics, politicians, dictators, how do you say it, priests, popes, and whatever. They all keep you in some sort of a state of survival. And the human nervous system basically is a masterpiece of efficiency. There's no better system in the world. And every thought, every movement and memory depends on lightning fast electrical signals traveling through billions of nerve cells. That's all happening in your quap, in your mind, in your brain, in your neurological system. So crazy. I mean, we literally walk around with the biggest computer ever, as far as I'm concerned, universal, in and out. Crazy stuff. So behind this speed that travels through billions of nerve cells, behind this speed lies a largely overlooked hero, and the hero is called myelin. Y-E-L-I-N, myelin. And what is myelin, and why is it so essential? It is literally the difference between life and death, with a capital L and a capital D. Myelin is a fat-rich insulating layer that wraps around nerve fibers. And the nerve fibers are called axons. You see here nerve fibers, and the nerve fibers are basically isolated with layers of myelin. Myelin is the wrap around the electricity, so to speak. So it functions much like the plastic coating around electrical wires. You must have seen that. You know, all the electrical wires have plastic coating, most of the time in different colors, so that electricians know what they're dealing with. And without this layer of myelin, this sort of like fat-rich isolated layer of myelin, signals would be slow, inefficient and chaotic even. And myelin enables rapid signal transmission, so up to 100 times faster, energy efficiency in neurons, and protection of neural pathways. Without healthy myelin, the system quite literally develops noise, static. It's almost like tinnitus, or, well, it is actually, that's one of the diseases as a result of poor myelin layers. So, long story short, without this healthy myelin layer, this coating, the entire neurological system literally develops noise, like static, leading to all kinds of cognitive decline, motor dysfunctions and neurological diseases. The list gets bigger and bigger throughout the years, especially in the last 80 years. Now, how does myelin become damaged? That's the big question. How does it get damaged? The breakdown of this beautiful hero myelin the breakdown has a word called demyelination. So the demyelination, or with other words, the breakthrough of myelin, is a key factor and a key feature of several neurological conditions, including multiple sclerosis, and also plays a huge role in Alzheimer's diseases and all kinds of neurological diseases that basically came to the surface only the last 80 years. Those are new diseases. And major causes of myelin damage include: 1. Chronic inflammation. A persistent activated immune system may mistakenly attract myelin as if it were a threat. Secondly, it is in decline and it gets damaged through oxidative stress. So free radicals damage lipid structures, and myelin is largely composed of fats. And also poor nutrition has a huge role in damaging this beautiful hero called myelin. Poor nutrition. So myelin depends on specific nutrition such as omega-3 fatty acids. The abbreviation DHA is used for omega-3 fatty acids. Or cholesterol. Yes, cholesterol, you hear it well. Cholesterol is very necessary to keep your myelin healthy. So essential for the brain. Cholesterol is essential for the brain. And vitamin B12 is very helpful in the maintenance and the production of myelin, healthy myelin. And also an essential nutrient called choline. Choline is that helps build the cell membranes. So those are the specific nutritions that are necessary to keep and maintain and build a healthy layer of myelin. And deficiencies in these building blocks weaken neural integrity. That's basically what the modern diets and the modern lifestyle has created, all these deficiencies. And fourthly, metabolic dysfunction. So how it gets damaged, the myelin, is also fourthly through metabolic dysfunction. With other words, insulin resistance and blood sugar spikes, often driven by ultra processed food, that directly impacts the brain, your brain health, your neurological system. Now the big question obviously is, can myelin repair itself? The good news is that the body has an intrinsic capacity for remyelination. In other words, the restoration of myelin. Specialized cells called oligodendrocytes, repeat it 6 times and you know, oligodendrocytes, those are the special cells that are created in your brain, special brain cells, and also some ingredients out of your, how do you call that stuff? They're actually special elements that are made in your, what we call, in your spinal cord. So the specialized cells in your brains and stuff that is produced in your spinal cord can rebuild the damaged myelin, but only under the right conditions. So factors that support repair is, first of all, diets rich in healthy fats like fish, eggs, nuts, but also avocados and butter, for example, just real butter. Also alternative energy sources such as ketones, but also physical activity that stimulates brain plasticity, and quality sleep. So you going to the right frequency where you can sleep and enjoy deep sleep, as well as healing frequencies. definitely helps to repair processes occur at night, and also lower levels of chronic inflammation, obviously. Now, however, this recovery process is fragile, and this is where a less discussed factor comes into play: the food industry. Now, we're actually launching an app, so this is a little bit of commerce thrown in it. We are actually launching an app after many years that is able to bring you to your natural frequency where you heal, where you sleep, as in deep sleep, so that you can repair at night, and also that helps your neurological system function the right way, so that you naturally, organically start eating the right way again, start earning more money, start living more deliberately. So that is new technology that we're launching in app form, and that's why I'm also informing you about this secret hero of our neurological system called myelin. And however this recovery stays, and this recovery process stays very fragile, and the neurological frequency technology that we're launching is FDA approved, so medically approved. It is patented worldwide, as well as that is proven, because it's already been in rotation for many years with, for example, special operators like Navy SEALs, or surgeons and dentists are using this frequency technology to operate without anesthesia. Crazy. And no medical claims here, as a disclaimer. Again, I'm not a practitioner or a specialist, but however, the recovery process stays fragile. But this frequency technology helps you to go to a state of healing and deep sleep, and making you perform better at will. But the role of the diet, so the food industry plays a huge role as well, next to also like being exposed to social media and your screen and all kinds of mobile telephone towers. Huge impact. We are not the same people that were living on planet Earth like 100 years ago, so to speak. And the role of the diet plays a huge role in the restoration and the maintenance of myelin as well. Actually, from necessity to systematic, it actually ranges, so the role of diet actually ranges from necessity to systematic problems. In the 19th century, for example, and this is a piece of history that you'd love to know, because your bad health is probably not, how do you say it, derived out of purpose. You were fooled. With other words, in the 19th century, for example, Napoleon III launched a challenge, and he basically said to scientists in those days, create a cheap alternative to butter for the military, to feed and keep his military healthy, as well as the lower classes, due to the lack of proper nutrition. War, you know. So the result was margarine, just as an example. And from that moment on, the industrial or people that produced all kinds of margarine-like fats and products and services, an industry started to that created products that would later be mass-produced. So again, during World War II, there were food shortages and nutrition shortages. Horrible what wars do, and these warmongers do this on purpose to starve people and to cut off electricity, etc. But again, during World War II, margarine, for example, became a necessity and more popular. Due to the food shortages, people had little choice. And what began as a survival solution, a well-meant survival solution, that's why they say the road to hell is often paved with good intention. What happened and what began as a survival solution became a permanent dietary staple after the war. Not only margarine, but also all kinds of screwed up oils, fats, substances, etc., up to 90% at this moment. What is in supermarkets and what you're purchasing is modified. Crazy. So just as an example, the relationship between margarine and myelin is a very problematic relationship, and most food production giants know this. Okay, this is not done how do you say it, unconsciously. And modern and historically produced margarines and all kinds of food elements often contain hydrogenated fats like trans fats, as well as unstable vegetable oils high in omega-6, which is the bad omega, and additives and emulsifiers. So there are even scientists at this moment that swear that most of the food that we're eating is only one particle away from being plastic. Crazy, say no more. So these fats differ, and these products differ fundamentally from the fats and the nutrition that make up myelin. Now, why this matters is obviously, but it also matters because trans fats disrupt cell membranes. So your neurological system will be working less due to cell disruption, as well as excess omega-6, which promotes inflammation. So you're constantly living in a state of inflammation, which absolutely destroys myelin, and a lack of omega-3 on the other side impairs brain structure, just to name a few. The result is a dietary pattern and a lifestyle pattern that structurally undermines the foundation and maintenance of our big hero myelin. So the Alzheimer and other neurological diseases, which is a crisis, is a nutritional and lifestyle issue. It's not like hereditary. While Alzheimer's disease is often viewed as a generic or age-related growing evidence, suggests that lifestyle, especially nutrition, plays a crucial role. And I must admit, I'll add to that also the way we are exposed to all kinds of frequencies. Now, some researchers even again refer to this crisis as type 3 diabetes due to its link with insulin resistance. Now, what we basically observed, or what has been observed lately, is the increased consumption of ultra-processed foods, as well as the decline in traditional fats like butter, animal fats, etc., and the rise of industrial vegetable oils, modified, and also chronic low-grade inflammation, all letting you exist in a sort of a frequency state where you always are surviving, and that's not the way to live. So if myelin depends on facts, then the quality of those facts is very critical. Nutritional principles for brain health are: 1. Choose natural fats like butter, olive oil, fish oils, salmon, nuts, seeds, as well as avocados, etc. Also avoid trans fats and highly processed oils, and ensure sufficient omega-3 intake like fatty fish. Eat nutrition dense food like eggs, organ meats, vegetables, and also stabilize blood sugar levels. So really make sure that you do that all together. And then as a final thought, to finish up this video, myelin, the final thought basically is that myelin is not a minor detail. It is the infrastructure of thought itself. Its deterioration is not a mystery, but often the result of long-term biological strain, with nutrition playing a huge central role. Now, what once began as a practical invention in times of scarcity has evolved into a global dietary pattern with profound neurological sequences, even to the state and even to the level of mass destruction and mass murder. I must admit. So the real question is not only how we become ill, but what we are eating every day and what we're thinking of and how we are exposed to all kinds of frequencies that slowly reshapes our brain and actually kills us. On the bright side, do look at the new frequency technology, the neurofrequency technology that we are bringing to the table, worldwide approved, FDA approved, so medically approved, proven as well as safe and patented. By seeing more videos on this channel, or perhaps you see a fast start link underneath this video in the description, copy that, paste it, and you'll get more information about the app that we're launching in order to bring you again to a frequency where you heal yourself organically. The actual frequency and the technology is not the secret, but it brings you to a state of mind again, to a state of healing as well as restoring, as well as performance and focus at will with a simple mouse click. Amazing. Brand new in app form, many years used with bulky medical devices for a small sliver of the humanity in the forms of using this technology for special forces like Navy SEALs, but also SWAT teams and Air Force pilots, as well as top sport teams. They have used this. But now, thanks to technology, and many $1 million later and many years later, also in the form of a simple app. Real technology, no funny how do you say it, imaginary crap. Here you go, that's my 2 cents worth. I hope again I inspired you to look at your health, your wealth, your happiness in a different way. Most of the time you have to come to the conclusion that it's not your fault, you're not as guilty as you think you are. So do change your frequency so that you can change your lifestyle. Also change the way you eat, the way you think, the way you operate, the way you focus, all with a simple mouse click. Now available for pennies on the dollar. So pass this forward. So share this video. Sharing is caring. Hit the share options as well as the bell icon. When you hit the bell icon, you'll be notified. Oh yeah, when you hit the little bell icon, you will not only get a beautiful Christmas and a Christmas present, and miracles do happen, but you'll also be notified whenever I or we upload a new video. So you'll always be one of the early birds catching big fat juicy worms, as we do. Now when you see this on a page or a website or a funnel or whatever where you can fill in your best email address and mobile telephone number, please do so that we can AI video follow you up with more information. It's just information, and you can always take yourself out of these AI systems that we're launching at the moment as well with a simple mouse click. Now whenever you grant the app to other people, you are able to earn beautiful, how do you say it, extra income. So you will, and I am being rewarded for actually granting people a better lifestyle and a better neurological system. How cool is that? So here you go, food vloggers, influencers, whomever has a huge impact, make this your make this to your or turn this into your advantage. And would it be okay to like this video? So hit the little thumbs up button. That's not only ego applause for me, but also has real algorithm behind it. So this video will be placed a little higher on the search engines like Google and YouTube, so that we can help more people. This is not about me or us. This is about helping other people with this information. And then last but not least, contact the person that brought you to this video. So share, like, subscribe, email address, mobile telephone number, bell icon, but also contact the person that brought you to this video or me, and be invited to our webinars, seminars, live streaming sessions, special on and offline events. And we have also created crazy team built automation with AI and paid team members building AI software as well as follow-up systems in 48 languages available now as well for our team. Here you go, you have been served. Thank you so much for your precious time and your energy. You could have watched dancing cats on TikTok and being entertained, which is very healthy as well. So keep smiling and dream bigger faster while taking massive action. So now already visualize the person that you'd like to become, even though you're ill and sick and a big a-hole in your own imagination. And do the same with your circumstances. So already create and visualize and project the circumstances that you like to live in, your preferred circumstances. Do that with all your emotions, with all your gray brain cells that are left. Visualize, expand into the person that you'd like to become. Do that with all your emotions, eyes closed, and just visualize that, as well as the material wealth that you'd like to enjoy here now on Earth, like cars, boats, planes, yachts, you name it. Maybe you want a bicycle or a Rolls-Royce Spectre, up to you, but visualize that, feel it as if you already have it, as if you already be that person, as if you already live in the circumstances of your preference. While doing that, wake up, look around, and then you see opportunities that will fit your dreams and aspirations, and that you didn't see, that those opportunities and possibilities were there, but you didn't see them because you weren't dreaming about it. So that's what you have to do, both at the same time. Dream bigger, faster, and take massive action at the same time. That's how you practice the law of attraction or the law of abundance. And that's how you taste an apple instead of talking about apples. So here you go. Do that immediately and your life will change for the better. And it's absolutely okay to say no to everything, click away, ignore it, find all kinds of reasons not to do this, and then your life will stay exactly the same. No problem there, we love you anyway. And then I hope to see you. Thanks to your own projections, and I hope this picture suits you. If not, adjust it to your preferred reality. But I hope to see you in the most beautiful resorts, top hotels worldwide, and on the most beautiful beaches of the world, because you're more and more than worth it, and the lifestyle is definitely there for you too. Hope to see you there. Thank you. Copy paste the link, the fast start link, or several links. Do your own research and make a huge decision